Welcome back to the channel, guys. I want to thank you for stopping in, watching, and I truly want to thank you and let you know that I appreciate you for checking out my website, www.rngperformance.net. And we want to let you know that we appreciate everything, appreciate your patience, and letting us get your products out as fast as we can. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Today on this build of hopefully finishing up the stereo portion, we got the wiring all cleaned up and installed, which you'll see that. But we do have a change of plans. We're also adding a battery, which was totally in the plan. I just got well, you'll see it. I've already done that part of it, but I forgot to film an intro. Plus I changed my mind on a couple of things. So we're adding another amplifier for the subwoofer because we did a sound test and it does sound great, but the subwoofer, the amp just can't, we're not getting the full potential out of the subwoofer. I went to Horizon Audio and spoke with my boys over there. They're over on West Tusk in Canton. Them guys are real good guys in there. I bought many things from them that always treat me well, always treat me right. They had everything that I needed that you're gonna see in today's video. So this is a 300 by 1 at 2 ohms, that's RMS, and it's 600 peak. So this is a perfect matching amp for the subwoofer. It is JBL and it is a cheaper amp. It's not junk, it's not Walmart trash by any stretch of the means, but it is a cheaper amp, but it's good for this here application. It'll be plenty and we should be able to hear some boom boom. And I downloaded some music on my phone because I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to do a sound test today. I'm hoping. So stick around, stay tuned, and we'll see you here in the future here. Well guys, we're making progress on this install here. We went ahead and we got everything all wired up. Let me show you what we got going on here. Got everything all braided up. Now this, we're going to bring up just a tad and just clean it up even more. Runs down here, down in. Right like that, down in there and down in that hole. And then our amp, we're going to run this nice and clean across there, and then we're going to run the wires down into our amp. Now one thing I like to do on all my stereo builds is put good terminals on the ends for the amps and just make it overall look nice. Because I've always been one to like to wire stuff, and you know, it usually turns out decent. So there we go. Let's get it all hooked up. So we went ahead and got our Bluetooth controller wired up to our stereo speakers and got everything going. We'll talk about what we used and everything. We'll have links down in the video description of the Bluetooth controller we found. Now it comes with this remote and it will do, let's see, white. It'll do white. Check these out. These are pretty awesome. Let's see, purple. And now these have an app, so you can tie these into the speakers and all that stuff. Let's see, green. Look, DS18 lights up on both sides. I mean, those are pretty neat. Let's see, strobe. There we go. That's strobe. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat, actually. There we go. They're changing colors. Now that's pretty neat. I'd say that's pretty neat. Guys, so now it's time to mount the battery tray. This is the battery tray I picked up off Amazon. It was like $9. Well worth it. I'll definitely have a link below. We're going to mount it, or, well, I thought we were going to mount it down in there. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to. Shoot. Anyway, we got all that all cleaned up, got the amp all wired in. Look at that clean wiring job. Very clean. Yeah. right, guys, so that's how we took care of that little situation, we would call. Guys, I really want to thank you for stopping in and watching these videos. Don't forget, check out my website, www.rngperformance.net, for all your CFMOTO clutch kits and all other needs, oil change kits, lift kits, wheel spacers. Just check it out. We got tons of stuff. This build is coming along very, very, very well. It's time consuming for sure. I'm taking my time and making sure this thing is the baddest thing that ever left my garage. I already do a very good job on wiring, and I like to keep it that way. So don't forget to leave me a like, share, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section of what you think about this build. I always like to hear from you guys. Maybe you have some sort of a wild idea that I've never thought of, and you know, might be a good idea. Now, we do have some pretty cool stuff coming for this that we're gonna do. Laura don't want me to tell secrets, so we'll just leave it at that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this battery installed here. That's where it's gonna go, right there. Now, as I said yesterday, this battery tray costs $9. So it's not a super durable one. Should do for what we need it to. All right, so we got that battery down in there. We had to make some spacers. Not a big deal. It's just the battery isn't tall enough for these here. So made some spacers and get that down in there. All right, guys. So I wanted to show you guys how I put my copper lugs on my wires, and I'm going to explain the reason why I do it this way, but let's do it and then I'm going to explain why. So I put solder down inside there, put my wire down in, and then I crimp it while it's hot. And the reason that I crimp it is, well, to secure it. Now, you could get a crimper tool and you could smash it with the crimper tool and it wouldn't go anywhere. Some people are going to say, well, Red, you shouldn't have soldered it, you should have just crimped it. And other people are going to say, you should have just soldered it instead of just crimping it. And there's multiple different ways of doing this. I like the crimp and solder method because the solder does wick the wire, especially at least the outside, but it does wick up inside, and that helps with corrosion. And then what we're going to do is put a heat shrink tube over this, and it'll be fine. It'll be nice and weather tight and weatherproof. It doesn't look horrible, and that's just the way that I do it. And last time I really checked, I didn't see any others that other people have done that had failed or anything like that. So I do it crimping with wire cutters, because you're not really going to cut through that unless you got a good pair of Nipex like I do. But that's how I crimp it, and that's just what we do. That's why I do that. So I'm going to get these all finished up and I'll show you guys the end result. So guys, this is what it would look like. All heat shrunk. They look nice and professional. This will help keep water out. This is not a marine amplifier, which I'm not worried about it because of where it's being mounted. But look how clean that is. Very clean, and it's not hard to do. It does get expensive to do it nice and clean, but listen, the price you're going to pay for these terminals and everything on Amazon, which is where I got them. I bought 6 of these terminals about 7 years ago. And I've done lots and lots and lots of builds with them, and I still have probably 15 left, somewhere in there, handful. And listen, I think I paid $30, so they were cheap enough, and give you less problems too, a lot less problems. guys, there you have it. We got it all working, and we got all the wires all real nice and tidy. We just have to go through and finish tightening them up. As you see, it's a spaghetti mess. But for the most part, we got them all pretty well taken care of. We just got to kind of hold them in place there. Man, this thing is loud. I know you guys can't hear it through the camera, through your TV. I do recommend, hopefully my microphone picked it up pretty good. I do recommend some headphones for sure, and go back and wow. That's all I gotta say. We got that other amp. This little subwoofer packs a punch, dude. Oh my gosh, guys. I want to thank you guys for stopping in and watching these episodes. I can't wait to get it fully tidied up. We still got a lot of wiring to do on this thing, so this isn't going to be cleaned up for quite some time, but it's to the point where it can be cleaned up very easily, which it will be. This is going to be 100% a professional build, and man, guys, it's just super awesome. I just have to run wires up here because our next install is going to be our Auxbeam, or it's not Auxbeam, but it's the same one. The 8-button switch panel. I'll show you. That's going to be our next episode. Getting that wired into the dash, and then running all the LED lights and power wires up into the dash there so we can control the LEDs. We're going to be doing underglow lights. We're going to be doing all kinds of cool stuff to this thing. So guys, I recommend keep watching this build. And we got a lot of stuff that's here already, and we got some stuff that's being sent, and we got some stuff that's being made by a professional fabricator. This thing, all I'm going to tell you is it's going to be beast. Lauren won't let me share any details, but they say build in silence so nobody can copy you, because Lord knows people like to copy what Redneck does. So, man, guys, you guys asked for the lights to be off. We went and we did that. Guys, I'm going to end it here. I'm tired. I'm going to go in the house and relax, possibly edit this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys.